We're here. We're ready.
We're back.
Are the levels good?
The levels are
Yeah.
looking pretty good. Yeah, that's looking pretty good.
We shall figure it out later.
Yeah, actually, I might crank you just a little bit.
Good to be here with you.
Yeah.
Nice season 2.
Good to be back with the content that we definitely didn't do because we don't do any. But season 1 was it.
Season 1 was all we were making.
Yep.
We said that in season 1 and we meant it.
We meant it.
So we're back again.
You're hallucinating. This isn't happening.
This isn't real.
You're imagining it. You finally snapped.
It's once again a dream.
Your brothers annoyed you, and just like Candace, you just went insane.
Yeah, this is a good opening for your psychiatry session.
Yep. Welcome to season 2. Hit that intro button.
Oh.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Implications of Phineas and Ferb
Whose
podcast.
voice is that?
I have no idea.
I wish we could talk to him.
Oh my god! I think I've heard it before. Was it in Phineas and Ferb? Maybe he was one of the extras.
Yeah, maybe he was. Who knows?
Like Ivan or something.
Making a podcast.
That is a banging theme song.
Yep.
Well, we're back for season 2.
Back for season 2.
Pranked you. You are actually hearing this. It is actually released. It isn't all a dream. We are here.
Your favourite podcast has reassembled. Let's get straight into it.
The two people. The two people that need reassembling. But it is also great because ours are going to be in order from the get-go.
Yeah,
Episode 1 will be episode 1 of season 2. I still don't know what we're going to do about season 1's order, but it'll be fine.
Are we going to reorder it? Are we going to leave it as it is? Would it make more sense if it was reordered? Would it make less sense?
We
doesn't
don't
make much
know.
sense anyway. So it's not like we can hurt it much more.
Yeah, so right now it is going to make sense because episode 1 is The Lake Monster Part 1 and 2, of course, on Disney Plus, and you can see it and watch it as episode 1 on season 2.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
I don't have to say 2 different name titles. This is great.
Imagine putting the effort into order it. That's amazing.
It was big development in the Disney Plus.
So let's get straight into it.
Yep.
They're going to Lake Nose.
Oh, I was going to do the synopsis.
Oh, righto. Yeah, you go.
Okay, so they are going to Lake Nose for their little family trip, which was a good day trip. I think that's a lovely place. And the boys read about and later soon discover Nosy, a lake monster who could eat people. He's huge. And Candace is like, it's not real, but if it is real, these kids are going to find it. And she's 100% right.
I'm glad she has some faith in the boys at this point. She's worked it out. She knows that they're going to do it.
She understands what happens in these shows.
I also enjoy how the entire thing is just a pun on the Loch Ness. The Lake Nose Monster.
The Lake Nose Monster.
Very funny.
Loch
Love
Ness
to see
Monster.
it.
It literally looks the same.
The joke of just always in the background there's a mountain shaped like a nose is very funny. Like it's not like in your face humor where you laugh at it. It's just always there and you just have like a little chuckle to yourself.
You know what? You segued in that really nicely. Implication. The nose formation. How did the rock form like that?
Is it a Mount Rushmore situation? Did they carve it?
Oh, that's not what I thought. I thought they just got really lucky with water and stuff.
Just shaped exactly like a nose. No, an overpass like that. No, that like.
Yeah, someone crafted the hell out of that.
It would fall off.
Maybe it was the testers for Mount Rushmore, and and the face has fallen apart. And now it's just a nose, and they're like, oh, Lake Nose.
It's tourism. And speaking of the head of tourism,
Okay.
I do love OK Guy. I don't remember his name, but it'd be hilarious if there was another OK Guy, because it'd be caught in an infinite loop.
Okay.
I was expecting us to do that then.
No, I'm just pressing the button. It's way easier.
Okay. Oh, good stuff.
There's a lot of really good visual jokes in this. When I was watching this one, I even said to you, I really appreciate the level of little visual comedy in this show.
Especially in the song with the Loch Ness Lake Nose Monster.
Great song.
When they keep doing all the things that swimming animals that need to show off do.
It's like reverse SeaWorld.
Yeah.
SeaWorld sucks. They're way better than SeaWorld because they do not capture it. They make friends with it. They release it. They let it live in the wild.
And then they jump through hoops.
That is what you should be doing for sea creatures.
RSPCA and PETA would be very happy.
Yeah. Making PETA happy isn't exactly very high on my list of things to do.
Neither's the RSPCA.
Is the RSPCA bad as well?
I've got some...
Little bit of beef?
little bit of family beef there.
Oh.
I'm not going to tell you about it because I don't know a whole lot about it, but pretty much they've screwed someone in New Zealand that I apparently like, so.
That's a story for off air. I am going to hear that one.
Yes, you are, but not something we need to bring up here.
What else have we
Well,
got?
I was actually going to bring up, but we got sidetracked. Have you seen that movie about the Loch Ness monster? Kind of. The kid gets this seahorse thing, and it grows up, and he has to hide it from his family.
English in
We
year
did
8?
watch that in English.
It's like Waterhorse. That's it.
Waterhorse, that's it.
Oh,
There's another rip-off of Lake Neck Monster. Oh, fuck. Lake Ness Monster. That one.
Yeah.
But it's not as good as this Phineas and Ferb episode.
Yeah, no.
Save yourself 2 hours. Watch the Phineas and Ferb episode instead.
So much like how the list of Star Wars movies goes, Phineas and Ferb Star Wars episode, The Mandalorian, everything else.
If you can be bothered.
If you can be bothered. Like the list of Loch Ness Monster parody shows.
Well, anything featuring them
featuring the
worth
Loch Ness
watching.
Monster goes Phineas and Ferb going to the real life Loch Ness, Waterhorse in that
Waterhorse,
order.
and if there's any other media made around it that I've never heard of.
I'm sure it's worse.
Yeah, I'm sure it's worse. There is
Waterhorse, I did not enjoy that movie. It's
Waterhorse
not good.
is pretty
It's very English teacher put on for a year 8 class.
Yeah,
isn't
when
it?
it's not even like to study. It's because it's raining and they can't do sport.
Yeah,
And
and
just
it's
like,
easy
I'll
and it's
open
not
this
offensive.
cabinet. What
and
free DVD do I have in here? Oh, that one with spider webs and a lot of dust. Waterhorse sounds good.
when
Put it on.
when Blockbuster was shutting down, I'm sure you could get it for like $1.50.
It was just out the front, like they were just throwing it out there, like you can have this one.
I have got a great quote for you.
Ooh,
At the
start?
very start,
Yeah.
they're in the car, and Candace goes, "The lake nose monster isn't even real, is it, Dad?" And the dad goes, "Well, Candace, there's no such thing as a lot of things, and there's such thing as many other things. Is nosy a thing? Well, you see, that's the thing, isn't it?"
Got him.
That's not an answer.
When you don't want to answer a question, so you keep saying things until it kind of just passes over, and they're like, "Okay,
It's a great line.
it is."
I love the writers for this show. Whoever they are, they should come on our podcast.
They really should.
Mm.
Are we going to keep that joke up?
Oh hell yeah!
Okay,
This is
good.
a point of pride. We got Swampy on our show.
Okay, I agree. All right, tell us about the Perry-sode.
The Perry-sode, rightio. Well, Perry goes on down to the river and he checks his watch and says, "Log on." And he's like, "Oh no." And then a log pulls up next to him and he hops in the log. And it's a great visual joke. That's what I mean when I say there's good visual jokes. He goes down this log ride. It's like the log rides in Disneyland.
It's the Disneyland. As a person who's been to Disneyland, as the only person in this booth who's been to Disneyland,
flex.
can we just let that just sit there for a little bit?
I'm sorry, did you build a lightsaber at Galaxy's Edge? You were in Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, didn't build a lightsaber.
Can you see in the back of my phone case right here? What's that? Oh, yeah. Disneyland Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. Yeah, I did indeed go there.
And you didn't build a lightsaber.
Okay,
I'll never let you let it down.
I'm sorry about that.
We've
already had my 2 cents about Small World. Is it Small World? Yeah, it's a Small World. You know how my mum and Zach's mum really wanted to go on it, and we did, and it is exactly what Perry experienced. If the lights were turned off, at the start, and it looked horrible, like a horrifying experience, that is what it would be like if the lights were off. Yep.
Very cool. I mean, Five Nights at Freddy's, horror game based around animatronics. It didn't come from nowhere. Disneyland and Chuck E. Cheese are quite terrifying. There's something uncanny valley about those monsters. Like, it makes sense that they made that video game.
Yeah, no, I get you now.
Anyway,
He rides down
he
the
goes down the
Monogram.
wall. He rides down. Carl's like, "There we go, Agent P." And then Monogram says, "Hope you enjoyed Lair Entrance the ride." They wanted to make work more entertaining.
Coming to work
more entertaining, yeah. It was either that or a massive bonus check, but 6-year-olds didn't seem to like pieces of paper with numbers on it more than animatronic bears. So Lair Entrance the ride. And Perry's looking at him like, "You what?" And I agree. He works so hard.
every day.
He never gets a day off. Come on.
Implication: Perry gets paid.
What does he spend money on?
Where does the money go?
Fedoras.
Okay, that's fair. I wasn't even expecting a proper answer to what he buys, but if he's going to buy anything, it's all those different fedoras and the different, like, one turns into a saw, one turns into a parachute, I think, at one time.
But wouldn't work pay for his stuff that he uses on the job?
No, they're a shit work. We've discussed this with Monogram himself. Alka.
Trying.
Yeah, they're trying their best. All of America's pretty terrible with the whole employment situation as well.
I was Perry.
Should you be paid by your employer? No, you should be paid by the customer who gives you tips. No, fuck off. Pay me. I'm working for you.
I thought we were still talking about the show, but we're talking about actual real life.
Real life. America's capitalism.
All you Americans just think that it's normal. It's like, yeah, okay, it's fair enough that they get paid by tips. It's like you don't realize that the rest of the world thinks that it's hilarious that you would do that to your own citizens.
And it's so
gross.
Hard. You do international travel and you're like, oh, thanks for the meal, and then you're like, wait, why are they still standing there?
Yeah.
And then you have to give them money because they don't get paid.
Do you know how we do it in Australia?
It's wonderful. Hang on, we'll reenact it.
Well, okay.
Okay, I'm coming up to the shop and I'm like, I'd like one coffee, please.
Okay, that will be $5.
Hand you my $5.
Oh, wow, this is $5. This is the amount required to purchase the coffee that you have asked for.
Right on the sign.
It says so on the board. Allow me to put it into the register. Purchase complete.
Thank you.
Tip?
Can I have my coffee?
Yeah, no.
Well, I didn't realize this was robbery.
Yeah, tips, don't need to do them. Friggin' taxes
included in the sign, because there's one tax called GST. Don't have to get into that.
Universal.
That's another thing. Don't worry. $5 on the sign. You pay $5. You leave with your coffee if you aren't served by a fucking dickhead. It's great. You get your $5. You get your coffee. America. Oh, actually, I've got a story. Hang on. We're putting Phineas and Ferb to the side.
It's a very tangential episode.
When I went to America, and there was this wonderful sign, and it sold me. So you know how we've got $1 Frocos, frozen Cokes? They had $1 large soft drinks, and I'm like, that sounds pretty good.
Especially because American large is quite big.
Especially because our large is like 750 mils. Their large is a litre. Just straight up a litre of soft drink.
That's so much soft drink.
And I'm like, for $1, you've got me there. So guess what? I get my note. $1 note. Imagine having $1 note.
Imagine being able to just rip up $1.
A green piece of paper. I walk to the counter. I'm like, can I please have my $1 frozen drink, my $1 soft drink? And she's like, okay, sure. So I hand her the $1 and she's like, no, that's $1.23, please. The sign. She's like, no. And so then I give her the 23 cents with pennies, because there's 3-cent piece, there's 1-cent pieces over
23 cents.
Yeah, no. Do you know why? I read the receipt because I will. San Francisco beverage tax, 23%. You can really fuck off. I want $1 drink. I'm paying you $1. Give me my drink.
If you put $1.25 on your board, and 25 because you round to the nearest 5 cent because you're not an idiot.
Yeah.
I'd pay that. Like, that's probably still a good enough
It's still
deal.
a good price.
But can you imagine pulling up to the thing and you're like, here's the price that's on the board, and they're like, thanks, you got the wrong price. That's... Just write it on there, man.
It's disgusting.
Ridiculous. So, yeah, anyway, American
sorry.
taxation is just...
I'm sorry. America.
Yeah.
Well, people who live there.
56% of our audience now is Americans.
Yeah, and now they're
offended
upset
them
with
all.
me. We were like, we've read our audience spec. 55% of them are Americans. What are we going to talk about for 55% of the podcast?
We're going to roast America.
There's
a lot to roast about. You're a very
we need
country.
to stop, and we need to talk about Phineas and Ferb and that banging line you just said, apparently.
Oh, yeah, moving on from that, I've got another one.
Perry gets paid. That was the thing we were talking about. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Yeah. Bank account. Did Perry walk into a bank?
Well, I mean,
and go,
he gets checks, so yeah.
So he'd have to cash the check.
Yeah.
Does the cashier just know him? Did they do the gift basket like they did with Doof to the cashier at the bank?
Very possible.
Yes.
I've got 2 bits of law that could contribute to this. I'm going a bit nerd mode here.
Nerd mode.
Firstly, in the Milo Murphy's Law crossover with Phineas and Ferb,
which we watched,
it establishes that Doofenshmirtz can understand what Perry's saying very clearly. And he's like, what, you guys can't understand him? Maybe the bank teller can understand him.
You're telling me Perry is an official language?
Yeah, you can speak Perry, yeah.
You can... Well, no one's ever spoken except for Perry.
Mm.
So you
Well,
can...
but the people in Star Wars don't speak R2-D2 beeps or Wookiee growls, but Han can understand Wookiee growls and Luke can maybe understand R2-D2. It's not really clear.
Okay, so... Well, the other ones can understand R2-D2.
Yeah.
So... All right, so it's just that situation again, but with Perry.
Yeah. And then
okay.
another one on Dan Povenmire's TikTok.
Another canon creator.
Another creator of the show. Dan, you're coming on next.
Please
come on.
put the please in there.
Dan says that the way that Doofenshmirtz found out Perry's name was Alka sent an email to him in advance to informing him the name, right? That suggests that Alka will sort out that sort of thing for you. They'll send emails. They'll talk to other people. It's possible Alka set up the bank account in his name and then emailed him and sent it to him, which is probably the more likely one. But I like to believe that cashiers around the world are trained to understand platypus.
So you're telling me when cashiers go in for their job interview, they're asked, "Can you understand this?" And if they don't, they fail.
Yep, pretty much. I'm imagining you show up to your first day of work. You're like 17 or whatever. You walk up and you're working in a clothes store or whatever, and they're like, "All right, first bit of training is the customer is always right," and you go, "Oh my god, I hate society," and then they go, "And the second bit of training is what is this platypus saying?" And you're like, "When is this skill going to be used at all?" And they'll be like, "Well, there's one platypus in the continental United States,
so you'll know who he is."
You'll know him when you see him. Wears a fedora. We don't sell fedoras, so I don't know why we're training you for this, but it's part of the government mandate. You gotta understand platypus.
From higher office, we can't stop it. I'm sorry.
So, what's this platypus saying? And they just do that at every retail job across America. If you do point of service, you have to understand platypus. I've broken him.
That was good.
Thank you. I did try.
I do also like the idea of Perry walking up to someone and just saying that and being handed a buzzsaw fedora. Because that's what he wanted.
Because it's like ninja stuff or something like that. Yeah, cool.
It's good stuff. All right, I'm glad we've established why Perry gets money and how he actually uses it.
All right, this section is called Quickfire Implications. We have got, when Candace shows up, Jeremy immediately goes, "You look great." Jeremy's a sweetie. Love him.
Jeremy's absolutely beautiful, and it's a cute couple thing to go do life-saving together. I don't know how productive you'd be, but again, one drowned child, having a cute couple thing on the beach. You know, you win some, you lose some. I'm fine with that.
You get to do the Baywatch run together.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. I love how Candace just screams it in the megaphone. Good stuff.
That was so funny. Her face as she does it. Also, implication, the mum's impressed when they make a dingy, waterproof wood boat. And I'm like, I do love how much they're committing to the whole idea. She has no idea. But also, oh, come on.
If Phineas and Ferb, I wouldn't be impressed by that.
Oh, not quickfire implication, but an implication. So they ask the dad, "Yo, you want to go out with your kids fishing?" And he's like, "Yes." Now, I imagine that's a common thing for fathers wanting to do with their children. I wouldn't know.
I can confirm that me and my dad went fishing one time. It wasn't just me and my dad, and I think Mum was the main push for it. We didn't do it again. We're not a fishing family. Here's a great line. "Ferb, it's a red herring. Follow it."
So good.
It's the little things like that.
Do we think they're teaching children the wrong thing? No.
No.
Because you should know what following a red herring means.
Yep, it's an important bit of information.
The guy who goes, "Okay."
What, you mean this?
Okay.
Okay. He's got supersonic hearing. Because when they're out in the boat and they're just talking to their father, Phineas says "okay" once, and the guy's straight on to the
Okay.
In the background. From
the background.
A million miles away. It's really quiet. It's like, okay.
Yeah, exactly. And so, supersonic hearing. If anyone says "okay" in the world, the man is "okay."
Okay.
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 Okay. Okay, we need to stop.
Very long story short, they find Nosy. They discover Nosy doesn't like pictures.
Because
it wants to live in peace.
not just... We can understand that.
Yeah, relatable. I don't like pictures.
Some people just don't look good in photos.
Yeah.
Myself included.
You look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, damn, you're dateable, you're cute.
Yeah, the
I don't
mirror,
mind
you're
you,
like,
yeah.
God damn, this guy.
Like, God damn. But then the black mirror of your phone, and it
Somehow
distorts
ruins it.
It ruins faces, yeah.
Yeah. And so I'm 100%
totally
on board.
But at the same time, I appreciate that there's also this conservational message. It's like,
it's true.
leave animals alone, don't reveal them to the world, don't make them tourist attractions. That's good. I like it.
Yeah.
I respect that.
We have to mention what Phineas and Ferb actually do as the huge implications. So not only do they build that little wood boat, they build it to make an underwater base with emergency power backup. The boat acts as a elevator down towards it underwater and is somehow attached, and yet the little wood boat can also just go out on the water, sure. And then it has a submarine drone with an extensive network of cameras to cover the entire lake. Of course, all underwater. And then it also has that little deploy pool, because you'd need that in your underwater base.
Yeah, it's necessary.
Yeah, and it's got lights and all that kind of stuff. And I'm just like, yep, I'm not surprised, but also, yep.
They sure did build an underwater base. It feels like a parody of a movie, but I haven't seen enough movies.
Yeah,
Maybe
true.
Abyss.
I haven't done enough underwater engineering to know how hard that is. But on
Yeah.
a scale out of 10, I'm sure it's around a 6.
Yeah, for Phineas and Ferb, a 6. For anyone else, probably I'm guessing a little higher.
Well, probably around the impossible mark. But
Yeah. You know, it looks like. Do you know the movie Abyss?
no,
If I've got my movies right,
it's okay.
it's. I don't know the plot of it, but I do know that it was the movie with the first.
Was that the one where they have to go down to escape? I remember seeing a poster for a movie and it was like, can't go up, must go down. And it was like these photos of people.
I have
going.
no clue. The only thing I know about the movie is this one scene where there is this like creature and it's like made of water and it comes out of the water and it like moves through the room and then it like imitates the face of some of the people and it goes back away. And
It just imitates the face and leaves.
It was at the time the only other CGI character
Oh, you're
in a
talking about that
movie.
CGI thing we were talking about. Yeah, and they did it really well with the water.
Yeah, it was the first water physics. It was the first CGI that would use the room scan. It was like reflective. You could see through it, and it was a CGI bit of water, and it was really revolutionary at the time. And yeah, it was the precursor to the T100.
I have a feeling
T1000.
it's got nothing to do with that.
It looks like that movie though. Just something about it just looks like that
Neat.
movie.
I
Anyway.
love how unfazed Phineas is when the monster appears. He's just like, all right, Ferb, you look port side, I'll look starboard, and we'll
Whoever
see.
finds it first wins.
Yeah, we'll see whoever sees it first. And then you hear, and he looks up. Yeah, well, I win, Ferb. Easy.
Easy done.
Easy done.
That's it right there. I
Yeah.
found it.
I
Look at it.
found it. Look at me go.
Look at it with its jaws big enough to kill a man.
Oh, yeah, he could just eat us right now, couldn't he? Actually, later on in our little friend song thing, we'll actually both get in his mouth for a bit of a swim. So, it's a really big mouth. Yeah, I found it.
So unfazed. And last thing I'll add is Perry just vibing with some chicken wings at Doof's place.
I love how he just becomes an Uber Eats guy.
Yep.
He just rocks up with the chicken wings
He's like,
and he makes Doof pay.
He's like, oh, Perry the platypus. If you'd been like, if you were the chicken delivery guy, then I would have had to pay full price. But if the guy's only 2 more minutes, then I get it for free. And then Perry pulls out the chicken wings. It's like,
That is one thing America does far better than us. Food delivery. If we ordered food delivery here, for starters, there is no free time because it's always late. And for seconds, no way in hell they're ever going to deliver to my underwater submarine.
yeah.
Then
The
I
little
haven't seen that
underwater
once.
submarine. Listen, I live in a somewhat, we don't live in a city, but we live in a somewhat decently sized regional hub.
To be fair to them, it would be very hard for us to actually get a submarine underwater where we live because there is no water to be under.
Yeah.
But if we did manage
If we did, it's
no
not
Uber
happening.
Eats.
Yeah, because I've got Uber Eats, right? Because we
Yeah.
used it one time up in Sydney. Uber Eats really wants me to start regularly using their service. And I've got notifications on because I've forgotten to turn them off. So every couple of weeks or so, they'll send me a notification and be like, hey, log in to claim your $50 voucher free for some food. And I'm like, that sounds amazing. Let me log on to Uber Eats. Let me see what I can get. And I immediately log on. And before it even prompts me to like begin searching, before there's any loading bars, it says, sorry, Uber Eats doesn't deliver to your location. And I'm like, of course
It's not
it
available
doesn't.
in your area.
Of course it doesn't. We live in regional Australia. Nothing delivers here. The friggin' postal service doesn't even deliver here.
They
half
try
the time.
so hard. They just get it to the post office and like, surely you can get it
You're
from
like,
here.
I want to send a letter. And they're like, where to? And it's like, oh, you know the town that's like 20 minutes over? And they're like, sorry, no, can do. Like, nothing delivers here.
Sorry, it's not going to work. Not going to work.
So it didn't surprise me. But taunting me with the voucher, that's low.
Oh, good old Uber Eats.
Anyway, that's all my applications. That's about all I got.
Best line. What my best line? Because you've already done yours.
Mm.
When Candace is like, what are you going to do? Build some underwater boat thing and find them? You better not do that. You'll embarrass me. And then Phineas is like, Ferb, are you not saying what I'm thinking? Like that. Because Ferb doesn't say it, but he knows what he's thinking.
Yep. It's good stuff.
Oh, and we get the classic Doof quote about the genies.
The genies, this has been memed so many times.
Yeah,
it's
because it's
quote.
evidence as in Doof not being chaotic evil. He doesn't want to just see people hurt. He does evil for semi-good reasons, like stealing zinc because he might use it for evil
And
later.
childhood trauma, we've been there.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
So he's, neutral evil?
Yeah.
The best way to be?
Maybe, I'd say chaotic, neutral, maybe.
Yeah, chaotic.
He's
neutral.
definitely chaotic. He's not a very structured
Yeah,
person.
true. There is one scene that I really love when he's got this little, the trains. He's made the little model trains, and then he knocks it over and he goes, haha, now all these people are going to be late for work and they're going to get fired. And I'm like, this is the Doof I signed up for.
But, do you want to read the genie quote?
Yes, I don't have that because we've all heard it before, but we do have the end. It's like, Perry, you should be fighting genies, not me.
Yeah.
I want to see that spin-off.
Can you remember the genie quote off the top of your head? Because I think I can.
All right, you do it.
He goes, speaking of things that I've never understood, I don't get genies. Like, they ask you for a wish and then they, put some weird twisted spin on it. Like, who benefits from this? The genie? Say you want to jump high and they're like, turn you into a frog. Like, who's going to benefit? I don't get it.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, it's close enough.
A few lines are out of order there, but
Yeah,
that's
but
all right. I'm not judging.
I'm not reading.
I'm not judging. I'm not judging. You shit. I'm not judging. I would like to see Alka agents or animals in hats. Well, animals in fedoras fight genies.
Yeah, that would be a good spin-off movie.
That would be so funny.
Dan and Jeff, if you're listening, which you definitely are,
We've got some more ideas for you.
Just get in contact if you need an Australian division, because I mean, we've seen platypuses in real life.
Yeah, we know what they
would be
look
a
like.
great Australian division. We are fans. We are from the country that Perry is from. We understand things. Hire us. We'll be great. We've upgraded from begging for sponsors to begging to be on the show.
Yeah, talking about
We've stricken to new
sponsors,
lows.
this will lean perfectly into our segue.
Oh yes, the sponsor for this week.
I got nothing.
Yeah.
Has anyone reached out to you?
Oh yeah, I got an email from a company called You don't have any sponsorships this week.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Sorry, no, you don't have any sponsorships this week. Limited.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a company name. You got to
Makes sense.
Yeah, fair enough.
We probably made it. To be honest.
Probably.
Okay. Anyway, that also brings us to contacting us.
Yes.
Plug Instagram. Talking about Instagram, someone messaged us on Instagram. We had a really cute DM. It was a really fun time. Really good.
You got the name?
I do indeed have the name. It was our Brazilian friend. Because as we all know, we are the best
Mr.
non-Brazilian podcast.
Yes.
Remember that? Good times.
Yeah.
And
he posted this on his story as well. We love to see it. And with Nemesis in the background. That's how you do a story.
Nemesis.
I'm so glad that's on the soundboard. It's a beautiful song.
Vitor
Are we gonna try?
Don't worry.
Yeah, righto.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry, bro. We can't pronounce your name, but thank you for the support. We appreciate you.
Okay, and then I've got a quote.
Mm?
He goes, your podcast made me feel as excited as I was 10 or 12 years ago when I first watched the program.
Aww. That is what it's all about. Thank you so much.
That is all we're here for.
Yep, 100%.
And also watching Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, we just want to rewatch the show, to be honest.
That's true. Apparently shitbagging America.
Yeah, it's a lot of that on the podcast. There's a lot of that in real life, though.
We might have to edit.
Yeah, who cares? So yeah, if you want to hit us up on the Instagram, it's Implications of Phineas and Ferb. If you want to hit us up on the Gmail, it's implicationsof.phineasandferb@gmail.com.
Classic.
If you want to hit us up on the TikTok, he doesn't want to have made it, but we made it. We made it.
Well,
it's a thing.
I do enjoy Dan's content. Dan Povenmire.
Dan Povenmire has good TikToks.
And Jeff Swampy Marsh.
Yep.
There's some good quality TikTokers.
We've got the TikTok. I don't know what the TikTok username is off the top of my head, but it's
got something to do with Implications of Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah, I'm sure you'll find it. It's also on the Instagram if you want to. If you go there, you can see it. It's on a
and if you really want it, you can Gmail us. You can write a review on Apple Podcasts and ask us for our TikTok there. That will be embarrassing.
Yeah, that would really be embarrassing.
But you can do it.
And if you want to embarrass,
I don't mind being embarrassed even more.
If did you know when you write reviews? Did you know you can do it in app on Apple Podcasts? You don't have to go anywhere.
What?
Yeah, just in app. You just click the button and you write a review.
I wonder who came up with that feature.
Yeah, so whoever came up with that, thank you.
We're going to put them on our podcast.
Yeah.
The guy who decided to rate. I'm going to find out now.
We'll find
some software developer, and then we'll do Oh, this is going to go so well.
Leave us a review, chuck it on in there. We appreciate it. It helps us get up in the algorithm. And thank you for listening. Welcome to season 2. Let's have some fun.
I know what we've done today.
I know what we've done today. You missed the button.
It doesn't do anything anyway.